Your flight's delayed, your ex has just slid into your DMs, and you're pretty sure that your laptop and your printer are possessed. Sound familiar? Every time Mercury goes retrograde, the internet pretty much explodes with the same advice. Back up your data, don't sign anything important, and for the love of all that is holy, do not text your ex back. We all know the script. It's panic and frustration and like a general feeling of being cosmically pranked. But what if this chaos is actually a cosmic invitation? What if the mess is really a message, a cleverly disguised opportunity for some deep spiritual recalibration? In this video, I'm sharing 5 Mercury retrograde mindset shifts that nobody ever talks about. This isn't about just surviving, it's about thriving during Mercury retrograde. These little secrets will help you reframe the chaos and turn this season of panic into your most powerful time for reflection, release, and a real spiritual connection. If you're ready to stop fearing the retrograde and start using this power, then you're in the right place. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Yolanda. I'm a Western tropical astrologer and I practice a blend of traditional and modern astrology. Now let's dive in with these 5 hacks. Hack number 1, become a sacred detective. First things first, stop running from the past and start learning from it. I call this becoming a sacred detective. Let's be real, the number 1 complaint during Mercury retrograde, right after the tech meltdowns, is the ghost from Christmas past showing up at your door. The ex who reappears, that old argument that resurfaces, the project that you ditched a year ago that's suddenly screaming for your attention. Our first reaction is to slam the door. Nope, that is the wrong response, bad idea. Astrologically, a retrograde is an optical illusion. From here on Earth, it looks like the planet is moving backward. For Mercury, the planet of communication and our thinking processes and logic, this backward dance is a literal cosmic cue to review, to reflect, and reconsider. The universe is intentionally bringing things back around for a second look. So when that X pops up, the universe isn't trying to torment you. It's handing you a file folder and it's saying, hey, you never closed this case. The hack here is to embrace the role of a sacred detective. Instead of seeing an X's text as a crisis, see it as a piece of invaluable information or data. What does this bring up for you? Is it an unhealed wound, an unresolved feeling, a pattern that you keep repeating on a loop? This is the time for journaling and deep reflection. Write down what comes up and ask yourself, what is the lesson here that I missed the first time round? Instead of being dragged or getting dragged back into an old drama, you get to be an observer of your own history. You can look at past relationships, old career choices, and forgotten dreams with a new and a wiser perspective. This is actually the perfect time to make a vision board, not for the future, but a map of your past, lessons that you've learned from your past. See where you've been, honor the journey, and finally identify the baggage you're ready to leave behind for good. Mercury isn't just about bringing up the past, it's about giving you a chance to make peace with it. Hack number 2, master the art of the sacred pause. Since Mercury rules communication, it's no surprise that retrogrades are famous for misunderstandings and conversations that go completely off the rails. You say one thing, your partner understands or hears another thing. Your boss completely misreads your email and you're suddenly in this vortex of confusion. The typical advice, of course, is just to avoid important conversations, but let's be honest, that's not always possible and it's very impractical. The real hack is to master the art of the sacred pause. This is a way of taking a break, an intentional break between what you're wanting to say, this impulse of talking and the actual saying of the words. During a retrograde, our communicative energy is flowing inward. So it's like the signal between our brain and our mouth has some sort of static on the line. So when you're in a tricky conversation and you feel that urge to jump in and defend yourself or to fill that silence, don't. Take one deep conscious breath, and in that single breath, give all that chaotic energy a moment to just settle. You want to give yourself a chance to ask, is what I'm about to say true? Is what I'm about to say necessary? And is it kind? This, by the way, is a Buddhist principle. Highly recommend it. Now, this simple practice forces you to listen more than you speak, which is basically a superpower during Mercury retrograde. When we really listen, we give other people the space to untangle their own jumbled thoughts. You'll find that most of the time that person is dealing with the same exactly the same cosmic static that you are facing. We are all experiencing Mercury retrograde. This is an amazing time for emotional release. The sacred pause can be used for forgiveness, for forgiving others for their clumsy words, and forgiving yourself for your own clumsy words. And the argument that you had 3 years ago that you're suddenly stewing on, well, write that all down, feel what you need to feel, and then consciously let it go. The sacred pause gives you the space to process this information instead of just reacting, turning potential conflicts into moments of healing. If this is starting to click for you and you're seeing this retrograde a little differently, let me know in the comments which of these hacks you're most excited to try. I genuinely love hearing from my viewers and my subscribers how you're turning this energy around. Okay, so hack number 3, open a direct line to your inner guide. While Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap for scrambling external communication, it does something truly magical for our internal communication. The veil between our conscious mind and our deep intuitive self gets incredibly thin. Remember that Mercury is the messenger between the worlds. So hack number 3 is to use this time to open a direct line to your own inner wisdom. Think of it this way: when the outside world gets noisy and staticky and unreliable, you're forced to stop looking outside for answers and finally tune into that voice within. Mercury retrograde is a divine nudge to turn down the volume on the world and turn up the volume on your soul. Your intuition is naturally amplified right now, making it so much easier to get the guidance that you need. So how do you actually do this? Well, stillness is the key. Try to spend just a few minutes each day in quiet meditation. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just sit, close your eyes and listen then listen to the silence behind all that mental chatter. Your inner voice is usually a quiet whisper, and it's not a loud shout, and it's just in those quiet moments that you can actually hear it. Hack number 4, use ritual as an energetic reset button. With all the chaotic energy swirling around, it's so easy to feel ungrounded, anxious, and totally out of control. Hack number 4 is to use simple spiritual rituals as your energetic reset button. Rituals are a powerful way to anchor your energy, clear away the static, and consciously align yourself with the cosmic flow instead of fighting against it. Mercury retrograde isn't just happening out there. It's energy that affects our personal energy fields. We can end up absorbing the frustration and anxiety from other people, and our spaces can hold onto that frazzled energy. A ritual is simply a deliberate, sacred action that says, I'm in charge of the energy within me and around me. One of the easiest and most effective rituals is smudging with sage or frankincense. You can just burn frankincense incense, or Palo Santo to cleanse your home, your workspace, or even your own aura. Just please make sure that you are sourcing this ethically if you're using Palo Santo and sage. And as you let the smoke drift through your space, set a clear intention like, I release all energy that is not for my highest good. And I welcome in clarity, peace, and understanding. This simple act can completely shift the feeling of a room and your own state of mind. Another beautiful ritual is chanting the Sanskrit mantra Om Buddhaya Namah. And this is a chant that honors the planet Mercury, which, in Sanskrit is Buddhaya. And it's believed to soothe the more challenging effects of Mercury retrograde. Repeating this even for a few minutes can really calm a scattered mind. If chanting isn't your vibe, a simple affirmation like, I communicate with clarity and compassion works just as well. You can also use your own body. You can try to do the Mercury Mudra, which I have a picture here of what the mudra looks like. The Mercury Mudra, or Buddhai Mudra. And it's a hand gesture where you touch the tip of your thumb to the tip of your pinky finger, and the pinky is associated with Mercury and communication. Holding this mudra during meditation or when you're feeling stressed can help bring mental clarity. These rituals aren't about superstition. They're about using tangible actions to create an internal shift, helping you stay balanced no matter what is happening out there with the planets. Hack number 5, adopt an improvement mindset. So much of what goes wrong during Mercury retrograde periods goes wrong because we've avoided doing the things we should be doing. We know we should be confirming appointments and double checking travel plans. We know we should be backing up documents and photos, etc. We know we should possibly pack that extra pair of socks and that extra pair of underwear before we go away somewhere. And we're supposed to tell a friend if we decide to go on a long hike, for example, before we head out into the mountains. But we don't. So much of what goes wrong during Mercury retrograde periods goes wrong because we haven't done what we know we should be doing. We should be backing up important documents, photos, music, whatever. And we should also be confirming appointments, and we should be leaving in plenty of time to get to wherever we need to get to, but we don't. So Mercury retrograde happens 3 or 4 times a year, and this means that we spend a good chunk of our time in this energy. We can either spend this time in fear, or we can embrace it as a gift that it actually is. A divinely scheduled time out to reflect, revise, and realign. Remember, you're not at the mercy of the planets. You are here as a co-creator with the universe. If you enjoyed this deeper look at turning cosmic chaos into spiritual clarity, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I post new videos every week to help you work with the universe, not against it. Thank you so much for being here, and embrace this beautiful transformative mess of this retrograde that's coming up now on the 9th of November 2025 and ends on the 29th of November. I'll see you in the next video.